So the name of the song is "Think You Are," and it was recorded at the bridge by the Arcitype, and it's actually pretty funny the story that goes behind it. I have a barber shop. I'm a barber. My shop's in Somerville. It's called 968 The Shop, and Arc actually was a customer of the shop for a while, and he was getting his hair cut by somebody that worked there for a minute. And in passing, I had heard him mention that he was a musician and a producer. And at one point, his barber wasn't there, and he booked with me. He and I chopped it up when he was in my seat, no pun intended. And yeah, I told him that I made music, and he told me that he was a producer and where he was at. He said he had a studio, and immediately I was like, dude, like that is crazy, because like what are the odds that you'd be sitting in my seat and I had never, been to your spot or anything like that. So sometime after, we had booked a session at the bridge. And the bridge is right around the corner from my shop, so it's even more strange that I had never been there or heard or tried to book there. But I remember walking in, and the place is just beautiful. So I'm like, this is amazing. And I remember walking into the studio, and he had been working on this little loop, or it was just up on his screen. It was playing over. That wasn't intended for me, and I kind of just asked, like, yo, like, what is that? And he was like, oh, it's just something, And I was like, I actually like that. So we built off that, which is, it's typically like what I'll do when I go to the studio. And he'll tell you that, because I'm sure he hates that at times. I just started writing to it. He started building this beat, and "Think You Are" came from that first session. And "Think You Are" was made then, and I went back a few times and polished it up. And once the song was finished, I started thinking about the video and the message behind the song. Really is for anybody that's got a dream or anybody that's got a passion to pursue it, and to not let things sway you, and not to let people get in your head, or to change your mind, or to project what they think you should be doing on you. My childhood dream was to be a hockey player, and still waiting to hear from the Bees. But I'm old and fat and washed up now, and that did not happen. I had a very unfortunate injury. No, I just never became a hockey player, and yeah, and I just sucked at everything else, so I became a barber, because my dad said, son, you're a fucking idiot, so become a barber. And I did. And I obviously, I love my career as a barber. It's a family-owned shop. It's something that's been in my life forever. I want to, hopefully pass it down to my kids one day. So it's just kind of cool that, in the video you'll see me playing a little bit of hockey, which has always been a safe place for me since I was a kid. It's always something I love to do. It's always a place where I felt at peace. You'll see me, my videographer and camera crew, we went out to Cali, and we went to the Billy studio out there, and we shot a pretty interesting piece there, and it all ties together pretty cool. I've always found it interesting, not having gone to college or anything like that, to still have a drive to really become something based off of who I am and what I'm capable of doing, whether it be art or cutting hair. So the message pretty much is, who do you think you are? And whoever that person is, I think that you should, become that person. Be who you really want to be.